Heavy protests in Delta State over the killing of Sars officers. Yesterday, it was reported that a number of Sars shot an innocent man to death in Ughelli, Delta State, and drove away from the deceased Lexus Jeep, and nobody knows where they drove the car to. This morning, Ughelli boys at Delta State start protesting against the killing of Sars. Ughelli street boys have decided to retaliate and face the Sars to end the killing of young boys in their community. Ughelli boys want to retaliate. This is the kind of protest we need throughout the southeast and west. But let's ask ourselves, is the only solution to how SARS is treating and harassing young Nigerians? Because the government has said anything concerning SARS harassment Nigerians are facing, we need to find a way to help ourselves. This is just disheartening. A country with the laws, why some law enforcers just decide to take the law into their hands to shoot innocent citizens without proper evidence. In this situation, what can an innocent citizen do to solve this kind of problem? Please, we call all the legal practitioners and human rights activists to start to enlighten Nigerians on their rights before things get worse. Thank you for listening to this news. To be frank, my viewers, this issue of SARS officers and how they treat Nigerians is so much uncalled for. Very, very uncalled for. I won't lie to you. It's not welcomed at all. It is not. Let's tell ourselves the truth. It is not. You see, these SARS officers, I said something before in my former video that these people are not different from the thugs. Yeah, they are not different from the thugs we have in Nigeria. And the reason is not far-fetched. You see, SARS officers do most of the things that the thugs do. They take weeds. Yes, they take weeds. They drink to stupor. And their reaction when interrogating people is not a responsible reaction. Their reaction is more or less like that of a dog reaction. So why did they go to military training? The training of a military is not in them at all. It's not in them at all. So I want to say that they don't want to be called police officers or SARS officers. So that is why I say they are not different from the thugs. Most of the actions taken by these thugs are also taken by these hoodlums. Yes, permit me to call them hoodlums because that is what they deserve to be called, because they behave like one. They behave like one. Eh? If a SARS officer arrests you or wants to interrogate you, he interrogates you on something that is not his responsibility, on something that is not assigned to him, just for him to get some money from you. Now, these SARS officers are now seen to be um, collecting bribe even more than the Nigerian police themselves. They now come out more often than the time given to them to come out. You know, as at 6, 7 years ago, when these SARS officers are being allowed to come out just once in a month, at least it was better off, and the respect that they control is very, very okay. Because when someone offends and you tell the person that you're going to get him arrested with SARS officers, you see an immediate change in that person. I tell you. But this particular one, I tell you, has turned to something else. So that is why I want to join those in support of the scrapping of SARS officers, because they no longer behave like the police officer that they're supposed to behave. The character of an officer is not in them. So let them be scrapped. Let them be taken away. Let them be taken off the line, because they don't want being called an officer. They don't want it. You understand? So I'm using this medium to call on the state government of Delta State to take action on this SARS officer that have just committed this crime. It should not wait for the decision from the federal government, because the federal government have their own general decision concerning these SARS officers. And my own suggestion for that of federal government is to scrap them off completely. I don't want to know if scrapping them off completely will render many of them jobless. That is what they ask for. You understand? Then for the state government, the Delta State government, where this atrocity is being committed, I crave the indulgence of the state government to scrap these officers, sorry, not to scrap, but to punish the officer that committed this offense, so that others will learn from from the punishment given to this particular officer, right? So my viewers, I don't know what your comment concerning all that has just been said may be, but please do well to leave them below the subscription button as well as the bell button to get updated whenever we upload any new videos. Thank you.